Hi, this is Ilma Art Studio photograph for today, and this is the town hall of Orangeville where I live, and this is a black and white photograph of that place in the winter. I think it is in the winter if I remember it right. Right. Check my other photographs at ilmaarts.com for more of my artworks and photographs. I'd like to share with you today my poem devotional, which is extracted from Daniel 4 verse 27, and the verse says, "Stop sinning and do what is right. Break from your wicked paths and be merciful to the poor. Perhaps then you will continue to prosper." And the title of the poem devotional that I wrote is called Key to Prosperity. Do you have abundance in life? Stop sinning and do what is right. Break free from the wicked past. It's the only way you can outlast. Reach out to others, especially the poor. Give generously. Don't let selfishness rule. What you bestow is what you receive. Prosperity will only be yours if you give. And here's the essay part of the devotional. Do you ever wonder why there is so much poverty in this world? It could be a lack of financial stability, spiritual poverty, unmet emotional needs, or inability to earn money. The law of sowing and reaping is all over the Bible. What you sow is what you reap. That's from Galatians 6 verse 8. When Daniel told King Nebuchadnezzar in the verse that we just mentioned about his dream, he advised the king to stop sinning and do what is right, to break free from the past sins and be merciful to the poor. He mentions that if he did this, perhaps he will prosper. The key to prosperity is living a righteous life and giving mercy to the poor. No wonder a lot of us are living in poverty. There must be sin lurking in our lives if we have been stingy to others. Prayers: Lord, show me how to be obedient and generous. Reflection: why do you think being righteous is a prerequisite by God to prosperity? And I'd just like to share some of my views about the verse that we just discussed. I really believe that this verse, these are the ingredients to prosperity. I remember I really led a very, very difficult life. Like, I was poor in finances. I was really struggling with my life, and I remember those were the times when I was living in sin. In other words, I knew that I was sinning, but I still continued to do that because I didn't want to change and because I was comfortable with what I was doing. So when I did that, I noticed that there was so much difficulty in my life. There was no progress or movement at all so much. And then when I decided to dedicate my life to God and to follow His command and to and to heed and seek Him, everything changed. That is when that was the I could call that the golden years of my life, when everything I asked from God just flowed. That was, I was raising my son on my own. I was a teacher, and I didn't even apply in that teaching job, but I just asked God to take care of me because I was raising my son on my own. So He did. He took care of me. He gave me a job, because I always had a hard time finding a job then, because I was jumping from one job to another. But in this case, God gave me a job because I specified to Him that I wanted a job that will make me a better parent. So something that is close to parenting. And He gave me a teaching job. And I didn't even apply in that job, but I was highly recommended to teach drama because I was in theater for 12 years before I became a mother. So I got a job as a drama teacher, and then in the first few years of my life I was teaching drama, and then I had this urge to be a painter, and I became a painter. And God just gave me an overflow of all the gifts. And in my first exhibit, out of the 65 works that I exhibited, and I was a first-time artist, and I don't know anything about art. I was a self-taught painter. I just learned from following books and practicing every day. And presto, God has given me so much prosperity. And I sold 35 paintings out of the first exhibit that I had, and the ensuing years I was very prolific. I think I was doing 3 to 5 paintings every day. And so I believe that because I dedicated my life and I followed and obeyed God's commands, and I was righteous, and I was persevering, and so my life changed totally. But then when I was tempted again to do something, that he doesn't approve of, 10 years later, I just made one mistake, and it just broke all the prosperity, and I just went down dwindling again. So I attest to this verse that the ingredients to prosperity is to be righteous and stop sinning, and try your best to help others, the needy, the poor, because that's the real way you're gonna get a lot more. And I remember, even if I didn't have so much, I was still giving to others then. And I had that principle that whatever gift I have from God, I will have to share that with others, and I will have to inspire others through my story that God has done a miracle in my life. And thanks for watching. Check my website at ilmaarts.com. And till next Poem Devotional tomorrow, God bless.